Good morning, Commonwealth. Commonwealth, can you tell I've been playing a little bit of Fallout lately? Which, by the way, there is Fallout content coming to the channel soon. I figure if we're going to go into the apocalypse, might as well go into every single apocalypse. Now, yesterday, do you remember how I was saying it feels like the Screamer situation is a little out of control? Well, you might notice my armor's damaged. Not only is my armor damaged, my level is significantly higher than we left off last night, which, by the way, we're going to take this so we can go get our lovely, lovely mushrooms. But my level is significantly higher than it was last night. So you might be wondering yourself, well, what happens? Screamers. Screamers happened. I would love to say I'm exaggerating when I said I had 6 screamers show up last night. Unfortunately, that isn't an exaggeration. I had, as you can see, my house is destroyed. Like, absolutely, utterly destroyed. I had 6 screamers show up last night, all just from the forge. I didn't have anything else running. Even after the first screamer showed up, as you can see, we still have kind of like the remnants of the screamers out here from the screamer hordes, which you need to fall down. After the first screamer, I took down the torch because this is getting ridiculous. And they just would not stop coming. I burned through about 3 bandages and spent the entire night fighting off screamers. But as you can see up there, I have started working on potentially turning this into a horde base instead of what we have. Because right now we're looking at using the silos as a horde base, but I'm not too sure about using this base as a horde base right now, especially after seeing the damage they did last night. Now, we are going to go do some things over in the burn biome. However, the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to see Trader Rect and see if he has anything for us in that general direction.
It'll be a good morning when you buy something and get the fuck out of here.
Well, good morning to you too, Rec. I just want to see what jobs you had, which... No. Absolutely the hell not. So instead, we are going to pull up the quest where it's opening trade routes. This is going to show us the closest location to Trader Jen, and this is what we need to do for the biome badge. We still need to harvest mushrooms, 5 of them, craft a burn smoothie, get some nitrate powder, kill some burn zombies, loot 5 containers, and spend 15 minutes in the burn biome. And we are currently over 3,000 away. I'm going to grab a little bit of food first. Rec, what do you have for food? Also, I have some money to give you. What do you have for food? Steak and potato meal sounds wonderful, Rec. Thank you very much. Sounds like a absolutely wonderful breakfast. So now we're going to head towards the burn biome, see Trader Jen, and potentially knock off some of the things we need to do for the burn biome badge. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the biome progression, the way they have it set up currently, but this is my first playthrough with 2.0, and I wanted to make sure that we did it right the first time. Oh, look, we got a town right ahead of us. That's sitting between us and Trader Jen, so I think while we're here and watching things popping out of existence, I think while we're here, I'm going to quickly run through this town and see if we can get a couple more skill books. We are actually fairly close to getting the skill books we need for steel tools, and to have steel tools by day 7 or have a wrench so we can get the steel that we need would be an absolutely incredible thing. I think I'm going to pop around, check out some of these houses. If I find anything interesting, I will let you know. Otherwise, I will meet you down at the burn biome. Actually, a lot of zombies just kind of hanging around this area, which is a little bit interesting. We've already had to give chase to a couple of them. Hopefully this isn't just a thing because we moved into a new area and now we have more zombies. Bullet tools book. Get out of here. Ow! What did I just say? Alright. Oh, that is the spawning of a horde. Let's see if maybe we can get a couple books out of you guys as well. I actually got to watch that horde spawn in. That was interesting. Oh, I'm out of stamina. All right, come on. There's only 2 of you left, and no books. Well, okay, 1 bag. Please stop. Thank you. I wasn't kidding when I said there was a lot of screamers last night. I got a lot of levels. Anything in this one? We're not really getting a lot out of this town, to tell the truth. We got 1 miner book, we got 1 enforcer book, and that was pretty much it. We do have another one of these houses. I could quickly pop into there, but I think I would rather just keep heading down towards Jen's in this case. We can always hit it on the way back as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're approaching the edge of the burned biome, and I gotta tell you, Jen is still quite a ways. We're actually still pretty much in that little town we were just in. We need to gather a couple things. We did enter the burned biome, and we have 3 minutes before we start taking damage. That's not too bad. You need to follow. Not a huge fan of the overlay effect, however. I would prefer that to be kind of like around us as opposed to right in our faces. Though, I'm wondering, I'm collecting 2 of these mushrooms at a time. Is that going to give me 2 mushrooms? Or is it only going to give me 1? There's a burn zombie right there. Is that a feral? That is a feral. Oh, I'm on fire now. Okay, hold on. Use that. Get myself out. Oh, that was awful. Oh, that didn't actually make my fire resistance go down any. That's interesting. I was sure that would make the fire resistance go down some. But we do need to harvest up 500 of this nitrate. So we're gonna quickly grab what we can while we still have... Somebody's getting close. Hi. So we got 1 right there. Where's our bike? I want to go kind of pop out real quick. See about potentially... Oh, it does count. Okay, so you can harvest multiple at once. That is a useful thing to know. Ooh, okay. You get away from my bike. We can craft our burn smooth. I need more coal. We may need to craft more than 1 of these, just because it looks like it's going to take us a little while to even get to Jen. Jen seems to be a decent distance away. Something that we did discover on the live stream, which, again, if you haven't checked out the live streams, please do. Right now we are playing like 7 Days to Die, Fallout, all those post-apocalyptic games, which are so much fun. Now, we did discover that even if you leave the biome, it doesn't reset your counter, which is what I was originally afraid of. It just kind of keeps ticking up. So that's not too much of a concern. For some reason, hitting these guys with a fire axe just feels appropriate. We might start taking damage in a second here. We got 18 seconds. No, it looks like we should just make it. Luckily, this side seems to go out a little further than the other. Let's see how we're doing currently. We are currently at... That's completed. That's completed. We need 2 more of those, 1 more of those, and a lot more time. Burn smoothie's done in 4 minutes, however, so that's going to help a lot. Now, how much is this good for? 5 minutes. It's only for 5 minutes, huh? I feel like it might be smarter then to make at least 3 of these. So I need, let's see, 20 more plant fibers and a bunch more mushrooms. Luckily, they do seem to be pretty much everywhere. And for those of you curious, yes, apparently the bird's nest counts as loot any container. You know what, we're just going to use the burn smoothie. We're just going to use the burn smoothie to collect other stuff for burn smoothies. That's how that works, right? That's what we're supposed to do, isn't it? It feels like probably the way they intended it to be. Now, what's not really popping up is burn zombies. Not seeing a ton of them all of a sudden. It felt like for a while they were everywhere. And now they just appear to be gone, which that could be problematic in trying to get everything we need done. Or they're just hiding. My vote is they're just hiding. Actually, it's looking like the 2 burn smoothies should do it, so we're going to go grab our bike again. Start heading in, potentially go find Trader Jen, because that is the next part of the quest, is opening up this area. Hopefully we can find a couple more burn zombies along the way, or honestly just hanging out in front of our house. Either way, I will take. And instead of going around, I think I'm just going to beeline it. We got another lovely Bernie boy right here. Are you the last one I need? You are. That's done, that's done, that's done. All we need is the time. And it looks like we are hitting a little bit of a town right here. So I guess while we're waiting for time to tick by, we may as well loot some books. See what we can find. The first one wore out. I think we're going to let it run down just a little bit before I start trying to even think about popping the next one. Seems a little silly to pop one immediately when we got 3 minutes. Unless you really just don't like listening to the coughing, which in that case, I fully understand that one. It looks like Jen's just on the other side of this town. That's actually fairly convenient. Just means all I have to do is make our way through town, very slowly looting all the books while we gather up time. And by the time we hit Jen's, we should be good to go. Hopefully. We may end up having to suffer for a little while. But theoretically, we should be fine. Besides, I can always make another smoothie. Oh, we're starting to get choked by the smoke again. How much time do we have left? Oh, we have a minute left. Well, in that case, I'm going to loot this last one, and then we're going to head directly for Jen's. Because we may be flirting with disaster here. There's Jen's lovely church on the horizon. We are getting close. All we need to do is run in, turn in a couple quests, and then we have our magical Boy Scout badge, and we are able to take on the burned biome. Which is not exactly why we're here. We're more here because we want to unlock this for next week. But this week, we still need to set up our horde base. Perfect timing. We redeemed that. We've survived the burned forest. We also got a couple skill points out of that. Never, ever going to complain about that. Jen, I'm currently dying of asphyxiation. Please, please, give me my magical Boy Scout badge so we can get this over with.
Here's your pay for a job well done.
Yeah, I'll take that as well. And my biome badge. Oh, beautiful. Now, you do have somebody outside. I'm just going to go beat them up really quickly. Thick smoke chokes the air? No. We're fixed. We got the magical badge. We don't get touched by that anymore. Ooh, steelhead. I am hearing a zombie, and it sounds like it's inside here. Oh, you're right there. Oh, actually. Sounds like there might be a couple of you out here. Oh, thank you. You're going to take a moment. Oh, that was what I want to see. Iron Tools quality 5. There is a chance. There is a chance we could get steel tools today. It really depends on what Jen is selling and what Jen has hidden. Doesn't have any books hidden in her house this time? No. What the hell? I thought Jen always had books in her house. I thought she was a bookworm like me. Oh, well, let's... I'm out of stamina. I'm also Very overladen. I got a whole bunch of things to sell her. Okay, tools quality 6. If she has 2 books. She has 2 books. Is that all we need? Workstations, we unlocked everything on that. Repair tools, no. Harvesting tools. Steel tools, level 1. We only need 1. We only need 1 book. Jen, please.
Sure
Tell
is a
me
wonderful
you
Jen,
have
Stim
1.
packs. And now Radex?
You don't!
No, you got the wrong store.
Talk about Radex while I was just talking about Fallout? Fair enough. You do have a wooden bow, which isn't terrible, actually. But you don't have... Well, actually, no.
If you find also
Well, we can sell you some stuff.
Maybe
I'm forgetting my buttons.
under the
Forgetting my buttons. All right. She doesn't have the books we need. She does have a crucible. We have 8 grand. We don't have enough for that. But she does have duct tape, which I'm going to buy all of. And we're going to sell that as well. That's only worth 200, really. I kind of assumed that would be worth more. But it seems not. So it doesn't look like we are going to get...
I hope
And
you
she also doesn't have a nerd outfit. That was the other thing I was going to take a look out for, was the nerd outfit. It doesn't seem like she has any more books that we need. Doesn't seem like she has the nerd outfit. Doesn't really seem like she had any... Wow, there's a few of you here. We're both on fire. Whoa, whoa! Is this a wandering horde of birdie boys? I didn't think that was a thing. Or did they just all happen to spawn in at the same time? That's probably more likely. A shame. We do need to start, however, heading back towards our base, which is, again, 3,000 away. Hopefully we can make it there before nightfall, because I don't want to spend my night out here. We need to get started on our horde base. We only have 2 days left. I know I'm short on time, but I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Damn it. Considering that truck had a chance to have the book we needed, I figured it was worth a shot. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get that last book we needed. I hit the last couple mailboxes that I hadn't hit on the way in because I was getting a little worried about time. It doesn't look like we're going to get that last book we need to unlock iron tools. There is a chance we can unlock it tomorrow, but tonight it doesn't seem like it's going to be a thing. But for now, we need to start heading home and hope we get home before darkness sets in. All right, while we're here, let's... Because we only need 1 book. We only need 1 book. We're right here. Let's just very quickly pop inside, grab the books that were right here. I will take that and that. We're just going to quickly grab the books that are right here. Knife guy, some stuff to sell. A little bit more ammo. So I can't really turn my nose up at that. Medical book. Other than that, really nothing. Another big hitters book. We got a beaker. At least now we won't have to worry about it later. And toilet knife? Toilet water. Oh well. It was worth a shot. We were right here. There was no point in passing it up. But now we know. Now we know, and it won't be hanging over my head with me wondering if there had been something worthwhile there. That is an interesting looking compound. We have all sorts of tents on it. We got medical tents. We have, you name it. That's very interesting. And I think that's one of the new POIs. I definitely want to check that out soon. Definitely want to check that out soon. Oh, we are at the point where we are basically just flirting with disaster. We are... I can't help myself. I keep stopping. I keep stopping. I keep looting things. I mean, if I see a cement mixer, how am I supposed to pass that up and potentially get a forge head? If I see working stiffs, how am I supposed to pass it up and potentially get that last book we need? That I was going to say, that would have been the perfect time to get that book. But you see what I mean. How can I pass them up when everything I have, everything I need is just one away? Just one away. And we could have everything. However, I don't think there's anything else left between here and home. So now we're just going to head home. All right, we are hungry. We are tired. And we smell like smoke. But we are finally home. Oh, that was a trial. Do I have anything on the bike? No. That was an absolute trial. This house is going to take a beating tonight. I know it already. This house is going to take a beating tonight. And I've accepted that, unfortunately. What did I just start crafting? Nothing as far as I can tell. Can I make any good food yet? We can make grilled meat. We are 2 away from that. Which, unfortunate, but we will take what we can get. That can go in there, as can these for now. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that last... I'm gonna pop out. We still have time. We still have time. And we have houses that we haven't hit before. We've got houses, we have neighbors that we haven't hit yet. Not this house. We've got houses and neighbors we haven't hit yet. We have a cop car right here that could have something good in it. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Yes, I know the time is ticking down. Please, I'm on my last pick. Lockpick, please. The game hates me. the game hates me. But we are so close to having that book. And I just feel like people are falling through the ceiling to see me. I also would have 100% taken a stun baton right there. I'm hitting that point where I'm starting to get greedy. And I know it. We don't have enough time to do the rooster. I thought about it for half a second. We don't have enough time to do the rooster. We may try the rooster tomorrow and see if maybe we can get our last book then. But we just do not have the time to do the rooster right now. Even as it is, it looks like we're going to get up here and into our safe area pretty much right on time. I am going to, however, chance our friends, the Screamers tonight, and cook up more iron because we're going to need a lot of it. We're going to need a lot of it. I also need food. So we'll have some dog food. We'll have some cat food. And we'll wash it all with a yucca smoothie because there is the evening chime. And folks, that's where I'm going to leave it off again tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of work upstairs here. As you can see, I've kind of started working on potential horde base right here, or at least a screamer base. I just want something temporary that we can get this done out of the way. And if all else fails, we have this as a fallback. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you had fun. Sorry for the slight delay in getting out the next video. I was very, very sick. So hopefully you guys understand. But guys, if you had fun, if you liked the video, liked it. If you dislike it. But please, please, please remember to subscribe because there's way more to come. And also, have fun. Bye.